And a warm welcome from the EBB Stadium in Aldershot for this double bill of international military football as the UK Armed Forces prepare to take on their German counterparts, the Bundeswehr. It's been a fantastic season already for the UK Armed Forces women. They're up first, and earlier on this season they had another first as they took on the Irish Defence Forces. Let's find out how they got on there.
And Libby Dixon starts for UKAF, Libby Dixon scores for UKAF. It's headed towards goal and it's in, and I think that is Abigail Hayes. You cannot stop her on the second time. Debbie Edwards gets on the score sheet.
So a handsome win earlier on in the summer sets them up nicely for this showdown against their German rivals today. John Knighton has been talking to Karl Milgate and the players to find out how this UKAF squad are going to set up against the Germans.
This is the first time I've played a German team, so yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. It's something different. Always a international team's always a different challenge, and yeah, something for us to look forward to.
There's always something special when we take on the Germans at any sport, isn't it? Yeah. Particularly football. Yeah, definitely. There's going to be that rivalry, and I think that's what we're all looking forward to, really. We don't want to turn up to a team that aren't up for it, so we're really glad that hopefully these will be up for it just as much as we are. Now, of course, you know, the UKAF women, you've had a successful year, obviously with that brilliant performance against the Irish Defence Force back in June, but you don't get together very often. It's good that you're sort of together in September, because it's quite unusual, this, isn't it, to be together so early? Yeah, it's different us being together this time of month, and like personally I'm really grateful for it. I think every time we do get together it's always a fantastic week, and the staff and everyone that's involved puts on an amazing week for us, and it's the highest level a lot of us will play at, as we obviously being service women. It is the highest level we can play at, and apart from our club, so yeah, we all really look forward to getting together. And what will it mean, sort of playing, you know, on a national league ground like Aldershot Town, because it's different from playing on a military stadium, isn't it? Oh, 100%, and that's what makes the game so exciting. Obviously, we're very grateful for Aldershot for giving us the facility, and like, there's nothing better than playing in a stadium and on a brilliant pitch, and we're really looking forward to it.
Obviously the Army have played them a couple of times in the past, but yeah, for us the first, so really exciting for the group to come back together since June, and what a fixture to come back into, yeah. It's a great time to get back together, because the women's season is just kicking off with the Women's Super League and Championship and whatever, so for a lot of these players this is a great opportunity for them to really get going again after the summer. Yeah, we didn't come back in July or August, because I always think it's unfair to affect the girls, you know, pre-season with their clubs. But yeah, they've all kicked off. They've been going about 4 or 5 weeks now in the Women's National League as well. Obviously the WSL started this weekend, but yeah, they've been back in for a couple of months now at their level in the Women's National League. What sort of game can we expect then against the Bundeswehr women? Because you'd imagine they'll bring a strong side over to this country from Germany. Another proud nation, aren't they? They're going to be extremely proud to come over here and do battle with us. Look, they've had the CISM World Championships in June, just after we played the Netherlands, so they fared okay out there. They beat the Belgians 1-0. They got beat by the Americans and the Cameroon. so didn't make it past the group stage. But yeah, they're like us, they're going to be very equipped, aren't they, in terms of background of football, etc. So their upbringing within that environment, within the country, is going to be, very good standard.
You've got a few days, obviously, a build up, obviously training today here at Tame, over at Halton as well. What can you do with the players in those few days? Because you're not together very often, so it's you're quite limited, aren't you, in many ways?
Yeah, look, me and Darryl obviously speak, and Nick in the past, it's one of the biggest challenges in military football, in football, to be honest. I speak to civilian counterparts and they can't get their heads around what we do. We come together for 3-4 days, haven't seen each other for 3 months, and put a team together tactically, strategically, and try and compete for a massive, huge game that means so much. Yeah, it's a big test, isn't it? But that's me, Macca, and the other technical staff to put that plan in place, isn't it?
Well, against the Irish Defence Force, you had a terrific game against them. A very substantial victory. So presumably a lot of the things that you were able to do, then you can pick that up.
Yeah, we'll carry on. That's the key to it, isn't it? Consistency. Not to want to change each time you come together. Clear key messages. Try and stick to that plan. Stick to your principles. Then hopefully, whether the group changes or not, which it has this time, to be fair, people are away. It's our world, isn't it? It's our life. That's what we do as a job. So yeah, look, 2 or 3 have got opportunity this time that haven't been here before. So let's see what they've got.
Well, that's how the UK Armed Forces women are going to set up. But what about today's visitors, the Bundeswehr women? Well, I'm delighted to say that a number of their coaching staff have joined us, including head coach Kirsten Stegemann. Hello, welcome. Big fixture today, history in the making. First time that the UK Armed Forces women have played the Bundeswehr women.
Was ich davon halte.
Genau.
Also für mich ist es ja mittlerweile das 4. Spiel und wir freuen uns mal auf dieses Event. Es ist super vorbereitet, auch dieses Spiel mit den Männern zusammengekoppelt ist natürlich für uns ein Riesenereignis und wir freuen uns einfach.
She's really looking forward for this game. It's a really good thing to play against the British ladies, and it's the first time for Kirsten that she's here now, or she's playing against them. And so today it's really nice that the female and the male are playing on one day.
And of course, this comes off the back of your summer preparations, where you played in the World Cup, if you like, against other military teams, taking on Cameroon, the USA and Belgium, of course.
Ja, das stimmt. Bei der WM haben wir natürlich auch andere Mannschaften getroffen, die stärker waren als wir. Man muss sagen, da sind auch viele Nationalspielerinnen dabei. Umso schöner ist es, dass man jetzt 2 Militärmannschaften hat, die dann hier das Spiel, und auch England ist ja leider bei CISM nicht dabei. Umso schöner ist, dass man dann hier nochmal spielen darf.
At the World Cup there were really strong teams with national players, and here we have 2 teams. They are playing on an equal basis, and that makes it very interesting today, and so yeah, that is a good thing.
Und England ist halt nicht bei CISM dabei.
Yeah. And England is not within the CISM organization, and so that makes it even more interesting to play against them now.
Yeah, of course, UK Armed Forces weren't involved in that competition, but talk about your excitement, your emotions then ahead of this fixture. What are your thoughts going into this game?
Wie du das empfindest, was deine Empfindungen sind, wie du da reingehst in das Spiel, was für Erwartungshaltung du hast.
Also grundsätzlich freue ich mich jetzt erstmal, hoffe, dass wir ein schönes Frauenspiel sehen, weil England ist ja auch jetzt Vize-Weltmeister geworden, also der Frauenfußball ist ja hier mit Sicherheit gerade ganz hoch im Kurs. Und ich hoffe, dass wir ein bisschen Werbung für uns hier machen. Und am Ende will man natürlich als Trainerin mal hoffen, dass man vielleicht mit einem Sieg vom Platz geht. Die letzten Spiele haben wir gewonnen, aber ich hoffe einfach, dass es ein faires Spiel wird und dass beide Mannschaften mit gesunden Spielerinnen wieder nach Hause kommen.
Yeah, she's looking forward for a good game, for a game with fair play, and of course everybody wants to win on the pitch, no doubt about this, but it will be hopefully a very good and maybe tough or tight game, we will see, but yeah, it's a very good thing. Yeah.
Well, look, we wish you all the very best. You've got to get to the dugout because the players will be out very soon. So thank you for joining us pre-match.
Yeah.
Good luck with everything. Well, look, that's just about it. I'm going to go and get my German phrase book. I'm going to need that this afternoon. Time now to hand over to our matchday commentators, Kath Brazier and Yvette Kemp.
Good afternoon and welcome to Aldershot Town Football Club on this lovely balmy balmy for an October afternoon. I'm Kath Brazier, and we're here for the UK Armed Forces against the German Bundeswehr. First up, we have the women, and later on we'll be bringing you the men's match as well. And I am joined by the ever-reliable Yvette Kemp. Kemp, it's been a while, but I'm glad to see you back on the mic, and you're full of valuable information. So let us know what you've been up to. What's happening with Yvette Kemp in the world of football?
So still obviously involved heavily with the Army Women's football team, mixing up between a bit of playing and still on the coaching staff. We're actually off to Australia on Monday for 3 weeks, just to throw it in there.
Just want to flag that one up.
That's why I'm smiling so much. So yeah,
you've already got a tan. You don't need to go to Australia.
I know. So there's actually 3 teams going. We've got the Army Masters, the Army Senior Men's team, and the women. So 60 people going to Australia. What could possibly go wrong?
Watch out, Australia. We know what the Army are like on tour. Well, that's great news. And this is the first time the UK Armed Forces women as a combined team have faced the German Bundeswehr, but of course the Army as a singular team have faced them before. Just let us know what that history is.
Yeah, so it started off in 2016 where the Army hosted the Bundeswehr team at St George's Park. Fantastic event where the Army were victorious, winning 3-1. In 2017 the Army then went over to Germany and unfortunately lost 4-2, and the game of Remembrance, which was a fantastic event in Nottingham, which saw the women and the men play both at Notts County and Nottingham Forest. The German team walked away with a victory 2-1, but it was a close game. They've got 2-1 up on the Army, but as you said, they've never played the UK Armed Forces before.
And do you think that'll be a whole different sort of opposition for them in that sense?
Yeah, I do think it's going to be a little harder. You know, there's some quality players again with the RAF Navy and the Army combined, so it's just going to be a stronger team.
Well, look, as all the formalities are taking place here, this, of course, for the UK Armed Forces is their Remembrance fixture. I know it's October and we're sort of a month out from that, but this is when they could get it done, and it's an absolute honour to have the German Bundeswehr and Aldershot Town to put on 2 matches in one day. Yeah. The pitch looks great. I mean, you're excited. It's a good quality surface for them to play on.
Yeah, I think Aldershot Town Football Club, they're so supportive of our armed forces, and I've played here as a player in the inter-services, and they're so welcoming, and the way they host both teams is fantastic, so credit to Aldershot Town.
And out come the officials now, and followed by the teams as we look forward to this UK Armed Forces women against German Bundeswehr women. Nice brightly colours for you. The UK Armed Forces women, of course, are in red, and we've got the German team there in green as they line up. And we will have both national anthems after they've met VIPs and what have you. We're also going to have a minute's silence for you as well. So, as we stay quiet now for the national anthems.
We're going to the left. We're going to the left. UK Armed Forces women's lineup from the goalkeeper.
From the goalkeeper first, we've got Georgia Smith in goal, Nat Bavister, Courtney Jones, Abby Hayes, Kira Boylan, Anna Birtwhistle, Kat Beaver, who also captains the sides, Demi Edwards, Lois Jacobs, and Taya Captain and Libby Dixon. We've got I think there are actually 6 or 7 subs there, Kempy, but a few names missing that you mentioned.
Yes, we've got missing Heather Mearns, Rosie McDonnell, we've got Griff, Shauna Jenkins and Meg Herbert, so they unfortunately couldn't be available for today's fixture, who I'm sure they will be absolutely gutted about, but still a very strong squad, but I know Karl's had to make a few changes to because of those big players who are missing.
And we'll go through the German team in a minute, but just talking more about UK Armed Forces, I mean, you've got the likes of, it seems that every match someone's left or has come back in and played a reservist, the likes of, say, Libby Dixon, who's crucial to this side, up front. But of course, she's now a reservist, so it must be quite hard to get her time away.
It is. She's selfishly wants to become a PE teacher, and she's having a great time, and obviously, for selfish reasons, we miss her massively, having her week in, week out just at core football and then at Army. We did have her the other day for the Army, which was great, but it's always nice to know that she still gets supported in civilian life to come and play these fixtures.
Okay, well, now stay quiet for the national anthems.
Ladies and gentlemen, standing for the national anthems.
There we go, the national anthems of Germany and the UK Armed Forces team here as we look ahead to this kick-off between the UK Armed Forces women, and we're having a minute's silence. With memory of Gina Mitsch in goal, Jasmine Hommel, Natalie Kreutz, Annika Mikkel, Selina Matz, Laura Winkelmann, Tessa Glockner, Sarah Bagunk, Annalena Wassermann, Franziska Becker and Jessica Schlegel. That is the German Bundeswehr lineup. Just your memories of them, Kempi, as a side, can we make any correlation between them and a national German side in terms of the way they play?
I've only seen them a couple of times, to be honest, but I'm quite interested because I know we've seen that the coach, I think, might even have to strip up potentially.
I think she's on the bench.
I think she's on the bench. So as to how that doesn't really see that they might have their strongest team available, to be honest, that could be due to work commitments, etc.
It's difficult when you travel somewhere as well. It's quite a big commitment to go away for a week at a time.
Exactly, but the Germans they're great at football, aren't they? So every time I've watched them, as the results say, they have beaten the Army twice, so they're still not be an easy team to beat.
Is it a cliche to say that they're a well-organised side?
Yeah, absolutely. I think most German teams are well organised. That's something they do really well, and they're very physical, very strong, and I expect nothing less from them.
So it is a cliche, but it's also the correct cliche. So
Absolutely.
We'll have an exchange of flags here in the middle between the two captains. That is Kat Beaver from the RAF and Jasmine Hommel from the German Bundeswehr. And just so you know, the officials for today, Lauren Impey is in the middle, Levi Gray is on the touchline, as in Martin Mitchell, and Rich Graves is RAF. That is three RAF. Sorry, Rich Graves is the fourth official. That's three RAF officials and one Army. And Lauren Impey is the one in the middle. So congratulations to her, and quite a sort of prestigious match to take on as well. I'm sure she will have done a lot of sort of inter-services and stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely. Very experienced referees and lineswomen. It's great to see more females in the refereeing game, to be honest,
absolutely.
as well.
Absolutely. So the teams have had the toss, and just been asked to swap sides. So I know we're a television audience, but as we look at it, the UK Armed Forces women are shooting left to right, and for this first half the Germans in green will be going from right to left. And well, I'm excited for this whole day. There was talk about it potentially being split over 2 days so that we could have 2 evening games, but in a way sort of the one day excitement is quite cool, bringing it's a sizable crowd at the minute. It's mostly the men's team. We've got a whole load of school kids in front of us, which is going to be interesting with the microphones live, but we'll run with it, Kempi.
Yep, we'll go for it.
But good to see that they've got an afternoon to spend at if you look at the history and it being this remembrance fixture that they want it to be, there's nothing bigger than UK Armed Forces against a German side.
No, definitely. What a privilege it is to play. I think all the girls putting on that shirt are going to be so proud every time they put on that Army or UK or Navy or RAF and UKAF shirt. Such a proud moment in their careers.
So here we are live on Forces News Facebook and Forces News YouTube as the German Bundeswehr in green start off, and it is Annalena Wassermann who will have the first touch of the ball. Back to her girls in the green, and any early sort of predictions from you, Kempi?
I'm going to go for a UK Armed Forces win. I'm going to go for 2-1 UKAF.
Oh, safe. Yeah. I like that. 2-1's always a good one. And it'll be tight. I think it'll be close as we get underway here at Aldershot Town for the first ever match-up between the UK Armed Forces women and the German Bundeswehr women. And thank you to Aldershot Town for hosting us here as the German women start safely with a ball. I say ball in hand, ball at feet. And what would you like to see from the UK Armed Forces? A strong start is always a good way to get involved, Kempi.
Yeah, I just want them to relax on the ball. Just obviously it's always a bit nervous in the first 5-10 minutes, but obviously we've got Libby Dixon on the ball now. She's just looking to go wide for Demi Edwards.
Demi with 2 on there, but
strong attacking wise. Looking at the lineup, good strong attacking team by the UKAF.
Matt Bavister had a really great inter-services, so I'll be be interested to see what Nat can do and what changes she can make in this fix. And of course, a word about Karl Milgate and Macca, obviously, as the ball goes into the German goal. This is brilliant with the school kids in here. I mean, that wasn't really a shot on goal.
No, the thing is about Libby that she's confident, so she will have a dig from anywhere, and I love that about her. She's not afraid to shoot from anywhere on the pitch. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but she's got the confidence to have a go.
As the Germans then build up from the back into Wassermans to Winkelmann and out to the right wing there. And weather's set fair here. I think we've got, would you say perfect footballing conditions? It's not raining, it's not too hot. It's October weather, but it's not, it's not freezing either.
No,
so
absolutely perfect today.
Of course, tonight's kickoff will be at 7:30 here at Aldershot Town, and we'll go live here on Forces News Facebook and YouTube from 7:15. Do let us know, of course, where you're watching from, who you're watching, because I know a lot of friends and family come onto this feed if they can't be here in person to see their relatives play. As at UK Armed Forces, Cat Beaver there fighting for, but it's given away, but Germans still have it. Bavister there
doing what she does best.
Yes, exactly.
No messing about.
The fight, the sort of what would you call it, the brick wall in front of the goalkeeper. Yeah. So Germans then with the first bit of pressure around their goal, but UKAF doing their best to clear.
So we've got Georgia Smith in goal, who this is her first game for the UK Armed Forces, come through the Army setup.
It's it's such a specialised position, is she new to the Army? Is it, was she someone who came in and had the footballing pedigree already?
No, she's not new to the Army.
Sarah Bagunk then going for an attempt on goal, but nicely saved. And I say it was an attempt, but it was quite a cautious attempt there. And Georgia Smith just kicked it away with her left foot. Yeah, I mean, how do you come through the ranks to get into the UKAF side?
So you've got to play core football, so she plays for the AGC in the Army, and she started off plays a bit of defence as well, but then I think goalkeeping is her first position, and she just performed really well at core football, which enabled her to get the call up for the Army, and she's just been great ever since for the Army.
Libby Dixon then on the ball for UK Armed Forces, as we see her pedigree come through. Forward to just caught Demi Edwards, unfortunately, on the back heel. That'd been brilliant if she'd been in front of goal, but not so much in midfield. But it's back with the UK Armed Forces to captain. And Edwards again, take it forward.
Unlucky. Yeah. See her just trying to thread that ball through to Libby Dixon.
Yeah. Bundeswehr then back in possession, but UK Armed Forces are on the ball and feisty. So they want it to calm down. Back to Gina Mitch in goal.
Yeah, I think Demi just tucked inside there, and I think Libby was thinking she was going to stay on the wing.
I mean, that's something they will have worked on, together anyway.
I can just see them having a chat there. Just Libby saying, "Stay out, stay out wide."
And obviously they'll do the same when they're playing for the Army together as well.
It's a new position. Well, Demi's playing on the right, and she normally plays a bit of a number 10.
Okay.
So I think that's why she has a habit of coming inside a little bit.
Dixon then on the ball again.
Oh, strong.
That came off a lovely goal kick from Georgia Smith. She's definitely got the boot of a goalkeeper. That went.
The only thing that lets her down is she's an Everton fan. Apart from that, she's good.
I don't think that's a letdown. You've got to be a neutral in this situation.
So we've got Courtney Jones, just lovely header back to Georgia Smith. Very calm on the ball is Courtney. Plays for Cheltenham Town Women in Tier 3.
So you've got Tier 3, of course, is it's right up there, isn't it, Kempy, in terms of skills. And Karl Milgate, and I know Mac has done the same because they're both involved in civilian women's football as well. They've done so much to sort of push these girls to play a high level of football.
Definitely. I think if you're playing UKAF and Army level, and Navy and RAF. Okay, you need to be, playing on a regular basis, really. And a lot of these girls do. They play for some great quality teams. You've got Captain Kat Beaver, who plays for MK Dons. So she played against Courtney, who plays for Cheltenham Town not long ago. You've got Nat Bavister, who plays for Manyfields. They're all in the same league. So it's great that, they're all different services, but they're also playing against each other in the civilian life.
Yeah. So corner then for German Bundeswehr. That's a lovely ball in.
Oh, that's a great ball.
A bit too high.
So I think that's Anna Birtwhistle, Army captain, playing centre mid alongside RAF captain Kat Beaver today.
I think Anna Birtwhistle, another name that came up from the inter-services, had a really good, really good year.
Really strong player, very, very good technically, great on the ball, great vision, and she'll be really important for UKAF today.
Jones then bringing it back up for the UK Armed Forces to Beaver and out to Bavister. As UK Armed Forces trying to get the ball forward to Captain. Edwards here will have a bit of that Schlegel from the Bundeswehr. If you can hear the school kids in front, they just had a ball in their face. So Bavister then with a throw in here from the near side touchline to Beaver, back to Bavister. Oh, it's a lovely defence by
Kat Beaver.
Yeah, Beaver back on the ball.
Lovely little ball by the outside of the foot. Just trying to set Libby Dixon through there, but it's good, it's positive.
So, Jessica Schlegel's had a really nice for 5 minutes here on this near side touchline, but it has shown the speed that Demi Edwards and in particular Libby Dixon have got.
And that's what they'll be trying to exploit. And we've got Lois Jacobs, very fast players on the left as well for UKAF. So I think they'll just be trying to exploit the channels today.
Yeah, it looks quite a defensive approach here from the Bundeswehr in that they've just sort of kicked the ball out 3 times and once headed it out. So Bavister again with the throw in from the touchline. So a good chance, opportunity here for the UK Armed Forces women. Edwards trying to get the ball off there to Beaver, but the captain had moved. Good, look after it. Captain there in the middle. She had a choice there, Captain or Libby Dixon, and unfortunately went through the middle of both of them. Bavister then into Dixon. But that'll be nicely picked up by Gino Mitch.
Right idea, just a bit too much on it for Libby.
But that's something, that it's almost like they're finding their lines now, aren't they?
Absolutely.
The Bundeswehr then back in possession, but a cautious defensive approach from them in this first 15. So we do get viewers from all over. I'm not surprised we've got a few viewers today from Germany. There's quite a lot of support here for the German Bundeswehr women. Good luck and much success. Greetings from Germany. Glenn Long has said good luck, the UKAF women watching from Bahrain. David Filer said let's hope it doesn't come down to penalties. Yeah, well, we all hope for that, David. A short day is a good day. We do have another match, and I'm told my director quite rightly said, of course, kickoff is at 7:15, not 7:30, which means we'll be live from 7 o'clock this evening here on Forces News, Facebook and YouTube. Hayley Ross says, good luck, Abby and Charlie. Well, it's great to hear from wherever you are in the world and whoever you're supporting. Yeah, 2 teams just sort of finding their feet, but I would say that UKAF have been the more attacking side so far, Kempe.
Yeah, they just look a little bit more comfortable on the ball. But as you know, in football, anything can happen. So hopefully, no mistakes. And as I say that,
that was a sort of kick and hope, and it was caught by the Bundeswehr, but it's back.
Gave away a bit cheaply there.
Finkelman then for the Bundeswehr, and she's onto Becker. Out to Anna Mikkel on the right wing there. Got caught in her feet. And yes, they need to clear it. UKAF clearing the ball there. The ever reliable Kat Beaver. She's great in defence.
Yeah, she's great. Bit of a let off there though. If the Germans could just controlled that, they would have potentially had a shot on goal. So
Yeah, when I say they've been more defensive, they have been in front of goal a couple of times, so it's not all out defence. Bavester then.
Yeah, good work by Bavester then.
Yeah, getting the goal to her goalkeeper, Georgia Smith. It's pretty fair, looking at the lineup, Kempy, it's a pretty fair sort of split between Royal Navy, Royal Air Force and Army. I mean,
yeah, we've had a few Army players called up for this camp, so it's probably more Army than normal. But yeah, it's great to see, and hopefully they can stay in it from now on.
Edwards then with some great footwork to evade two of the German Bundeswehr players, and UKAF just playing it around. Beaver then unfortunately losing the ball then to the Bundeswehr, and that is into the path of Tessa Glockner for the Bundeswehr, but that
Courtney Jones just got a foot on that to get it away.
She's fast.
She looks like it, doesn't
fast.
she?
Yeah.
Number 3.
Tessa Glockner for the German Bundeswehr absolutely outran everyone there. I'm sure it's something they would have noted, but and then a corner which will be taken by Annika. I don't know if it's Mikkel or Michael, so sorry Annika. But yeah, back with German Bundeswehr, and this is where they could be dangerous. But Georgia Smith popping up there into her safe hands.
I think she just maybe went over on her ankle.
I think she might have done.
Just trying to walk it off.
The Bundeswehr then here playing in green against the UK Armed Forces in red.
Oh,
nice colours. Yeah, that's nice and safe.
Abby Hayes clearing up for the UK Armed Forces. She's RAF, but no, that's a great little knockback. Very calm.
I said this during inter-service, I think when we were up at Corn FC. Kat Beaver, she's almost on every second ball, isn't she? She's just like that central focus in the middle.
Yeah, she brings those leadership skills. That's why she's the captain as well. She's got a lot of experience. She's very calm on the ball.
UKAF then need to press forward a bit.
There we go.
Down to Libby. That was unfortunate. Lost the ball, but could be picked up on the other side by Kira Boylan. And Kira running through, but it's gone back to the Bundeswehr, and Natalie Kreutz on the ball. And Smith will pick that up at the back, and the UKAF will go again. So the first 15 down. Paco Cobretti has said "Viel Glück," but fun for both. So I think that's good luck in German. Maybe Jules Evans can tell us, because apparently his German's quite good.
Oh, fantastic. Oh, it's given away cheaply then. Just into that middle area, seems to be losing the ball.
Yeah, they need to be a bit tighter on, I think.
Is Bavester screaming for it? See, she made the run.
I think Demi saw her and tried to backheel it out to the wing, but didn't quite come off this time. But yeah, there's not a lot of speed on the ball from either side at the minute, but we are only 15 minutes into this fixture so far here at Aldershot Town. Charles has been in charge to say good luck UKAF watching from Cyprus. So again, just highlighting our international audience here on Forces News Facebook and YouTube. Ruby Taylor says, come on Kira Boylan. Mum, Ruby and Cara all watching. Go Puppy. I think she just revealed a nickname then. Sorry, Kira.
Loads of space.
Yes.
On this right hand side for Demi to drive.
Yeah, they need to keep the ball a bit tighter there, UKAF. Babister again with the throw in here in front of her coaching staff there. And they do seem to be double teaming onto Babister, so they picked up on that one already.
Yeah. Cat Fever screaming for it in the middle. Her work rate's fantastic.
Yeah. Lovely ball in.
Yeah, it's looking for Loris
Might fall
Jacobs.
at, nearly fell at UKAF feet, but they've lost it.
Just a bit of a loose pass there for Jones. I know she can do better than that. She'll be a bit disappointed with that one. That could have been a good set for the right hand side.
Phil, in the first sort of opening minutes, the UKAF definitely had the Germans on the back feet, and it's almost like both teams have settled a bit much now. So no sort of, couldn't really call any attempts on goal so far from either end, but we've seen some lovely midfield interplay. And a few promising signs from both sides with fast feet, I think we could say, on both wings. Just need to penetrate a bit deeper now.
I think UKAF if they could just release that ball a little bit earlier. There's some players getting in some great positions.
Now that ball came off a UKAF player, so it's actually injured her.
Oh.
It's Antea, captain from the Royal Navy. I don't know which part of her. It looked like it hit her chest, but
she might just be a bit winded.
Yeah, she's stretching it out there. She sits. But it will be a Bundeswehr corner, which will be taken by Jessica Schlegel. And we have seen evidence of some lovely corner kicks from the visitors here. So the captain's back up, and we wouldn't want to lose someone of her stature in this first half. But nicely cleared there.
Away from Jones. Another corner to the Germans.
So take two for the Bundeswehr here. You're live with us at Aldershot Town Football Club. It's a balmy Hampshire afternoon. As the Bundeswehr kick in. Oh, again, lovely feed in, but it's not being received as it should be. So Babister again will have the throw in. Beaver.
Lovely.
And to Jones at the back.
Just looking to switch play now.
Ambitious there. Unfortunately, a little too far up for Lois Jacobs to get anything on. I think these school kids think that they're an American football game. Shouts of defence. Great defence there from. Maybe that's what they wanted. On to Dixon. One back by the Bundeswehr.
Great little ball over the top. A good defending by Abby Hayes.
Yeah, neither side yet been able to sort of penetrate that last wall of defence, really.
I think both teams are looking to exploit their wide players, and as you can see, we've got that. The Bundeswehr have got a bit of pace up top.
Yeah, it's Tessa Glockman who's on the right wing there. Oh, Schlegel with a fairly ambitious shot and slightly wide of goal. I think she probably maybe expected that to have a bit of spin on it, but nothing for Georgia Smith to worry about. And she leaves Jones to get that ball back upfield. Beaver then to captain, to Jones. And numbers up front here. They can just get the ball through to Bavister. To Edwards.
Nice play. Good feet by Edwards. Lovely little turn.
Well done. She thinks she was taken down there, Edwards, but the referee's not listening to her. MP, this is the speedster of the German side.
Great defending.
And now UKAF have some space.
Yeah, not many players
some numbers
to help us. There's just Dixon in the middle at the minute, so can the midfield come and support?
That was a bit of a classic, wasn't it? You get the suddenly you need a lot of red down here, and they're facing a lot of green.
She's a bit isolated there, Dixon.
I'd put money on Dixon getting through defenders.
I've seen it before.
They're then exploiting their speed, but Jones has got an answer to that.
Yeah, she's strong.
Checked in the ball, that's lovely. Well done, Courtney Jones. What's the fitness like in services level and sort of UKAF level of these girls? I suppose if they're playing civilian football, then it's got to be pretty up there, hasn't it?
Yeah, exactly. It definitely helps, and I think the expectation that's a minimum expectation from all three managers, and the UKAF manager is that you need to be fit, and it's the players' responsibility to obviously do that and keep themselves in good shape for these games. Obviously, you only get limited time when you're with the coaches, so they don't want to spend all the time on fitness. No.
And I mean, you're obviously heavily involved with the Army side on that side of things, and you are a PTI as well, so you're familiar with what kind of fitness is needed as well.
Yeah, definitely. So when we have longer camps for a week, we do obviously put in a lot more strength and conditioning and plyometrics, and we go through it, but more as an education piece for the girls to take away as well. So and give them programs that they can utilise.
It's really funny, isn't it? Because I imagine, a lot of people come into the military and they're probably of a fitness mindset anyway, just purely because of the job they've chosen. Yeah. But it took me until my 40s to get a structure for my fitness. Yeah. I'm not in the military, and I needed to be, but you do need someone to tell you, right, this is what you need to do. I'll give you a week's program. You just do this week on week. It's amazing how like clueless some of us are, and I'm purely speaking from my personal experience. And what you talk about, personal responsibility, that in military teams has made such a huge difference in rugby, in football, in cricket. If the players involved are taking responsibility for their own fitness,
absolutely,
to be able to then come to camp at their absolute peak.
Yeah, it makes the life easier for the coaches as well.
Bundeswehr then with Tessa Glockner there, but she loses the ball to Beaver. And Jones, so solid there at the back.
Yeah, nice little touch by Birtwistle. Her and Beaver linking up well.
Captain then, I don't know who that was for, but Edwards has picked it up. But it's back
just getting herself a bit tangled.
Yeah.
Strong tackle by Jones.
Lovely.
So potential head. Is she holding her head, or is she? I don't
she's
think
down.
It was her head.
Yeah, but I don't think it was the tackle. I think it's when she went down, she might have hit her head. So Macca having a assistant coach there for UK Armed Forces Women, giving him an opportunity, girls to have a little bit of a break and him to have a little bit of a word. Don't know what he's saying, but he's using a lot of hand gestures. I love Macca. Courtney Jones then to Bavister and to Beaver. I'll tell you what, Jessica Schlegel here is pretty much reading the game incredibly well.
She's a very strong player as well, isn't she? She's going to give Edwards a lot to think about.
Oh, that's gone straight out to Captain. Can she just leg it in? Oh, what a strike! Oh, she was inches from the top there.
She had time to set it up, and just unlucky, just slightly over the bar. But great chance.
That really came from Dixon challenging the goalkeeper then and forcing her into not a great sort of clear of the goal, and it went straight to Captain. She had probably what seemed like minutes, to her, and that was an incredibly good attempt, and it literally shaved the crossbar there. So UKAF then, that'll give them a shock to the system in a good way. Oh, good catch here in the crowd. I think it's one of the teachers, so now the kids like that's favourite teacher of the week. Dixon then out to Edwards.
Oh, lovely little
forward
touch.
To Dixon, lovely. This is more like it from UKAF. Dixon needs support. Oh. Great ball, but couldn't quite find Edwards on the end of it. Bavister keeping it in play. There's lots of red shirts here. Beaver trying to deceive her opposition there. And so UKAF try the left wing. No histrionics from the Germans, that's good to see.
That was good pressure by Jacobs to get that ball. Good, well done.
That was a really good passage of play from UKAF. That I don't know whether that attempt by Captain put a bit of fire in their belly, but
there seems to be a bit more space for the midfield too now. Birtwhistle and Beaver, they're getting a lot more success on the ball, linking it well together.
Well, this is dangerous in the middle there, but lovely, well handled there by Abby Hayes. So Jones on the ball. Forward for Dixon, and she finds Bavister.
Oh, just a bit too much on that from Babs.
The idea is there, Kempi. That's the good thing, isn't it?
No, it's good.
So goal kick then for the German Bundeswehr. It's still 0-0 here at Aldershot Town, and we are almost at the half-hour mark. Bundeswehr here in green. Holly Keating on Facebook says, good luck the UKAF girls. I'm doing it now. Buzzing for the Army girls getting called up.
Yeah, so Holly, a big Everton fan, so I'm surprised she hasn't mentioned that. But yeah, she plays within the Army team. Fantastic girl. Always supporting the Army women when they're at UKAF. So
I'm feeling a bit of an anti-Everton vibe here.
No, just you don't see what I get on a daily basis from them, that's why. This is my payback, you see.
You get to put it out there on the international waves.
Exactly.
Bundeswehr then in possession as they go over the halfway line. But Jones again, brick wall there for in red. Down the right wing, and the Germans have it in their area, but can't quite. It's a very determined UKAF defence there, but it is a Bundeswehr corner.
They're quick on the break, aren't they, the Bundeswehr?
Yeah, that's Annika Mikkel, and she will take the corner. Lovely ball in, but again well defended by the women in red. Back at German's feet, and that's I don't really know whether that was an attempt on goal or a skew whiff feed in, but it's gone wide and the ball will come back for the UK side. Georgia Smith.
Not had too much to do, has she, Georgia Smith?
No, I think the couple of attempts she has had have been pretty much at her, so yet to see.
To be fair, both goalkeepers haven't had necessarily a lot, so it'd be good to see some more shots on goal.
Yeah. Jones then at the back for the UK Forces, the Bavister, an ever-present link for the women in red.
Still in.
Still in play. Beaver clears it. And we've got a player down here from German Bundeswehr on the left wing. just a bit of time here. It is number 7, Franziska Becker, but she's up and stretching, so that's good signs. And just waiting for Beaver to adjust her socks, and we're back in play with Jones. Long ball, hoping to reach Edwards, but it's that number 17 again, Schlegel from German Bundeswehr. Edwards keeping the ball in play. Selena Matz there. Oh, lovely ball.
Yeah, they've done that a couple of times.
Smith. Oh! Wow.
Yeah, that's been a few times now. They've flipped on that right-hand side to just ball over the top. She's quick.
Yep, another quick. That's Sarah Bagunk, I think. More speed from the German Bundeswehr, and that could so easily have been the first goal here at Aldershot Town if it hadn't been for an inch off the left post there. I mean, Georgia Smith did the right thing in coming forward, but she wasn't as fast as the German attack, unfortunately. So, 2 very good attempts at both ends now, but still goalless here at Aldershot Town as we approach half-time. I say we approach half-time, we're only 31 minutes in. Getting ahead of myself, Kempe.
Great turn by Edwards.
Edwards back in it again. To Dixon. Well controlled by Dixon. Lovely ball over. Still keeping it in play. Oh, that's unfortunate.
I think she said for the high foot.
Yeah, so Dixon, while she's trying to keep the ball in play, that's what she's protesting as she was playing the ball, but I think she must have caught one of the German players. So, free kick to the Bundeswehr. And the goalie, of course, will take control of that. Out to Schlegel. And Wasserman there, double teamed by UKAF women. To Edwards and out to Bavister. Yeah, use the ball, girls. Use the ball. Nice, lovely control. To Dixon. Oh,
just that final ball.
Yeah, right idea. I mean, you know, you can see exactly where it's meant to go. It's just the execution. Bavister then to Birtwistle, to Beaver. Yeah, I mean, Dixon's got her hands full with Schlegel there.
It's handball.
Yeah, handball.
Whistle. I think just Bavister, you know, she's getting a lot of space on this right-hand side, and if the ball can just get to her a little quicker, she'll be in.
But, you know, in that same sentence, we can say the defence has been pretty solid here from the girls in green as well, because they see what the UKAF are trying to do, and they're just not letting them have the ball. I think schoolgirls and boys are shouting red.
Yeah, I think so, and they're dressed in red as well, so how appropriate.
Good supporting. Bundeswehr then up the right wing. Nicola Tyler says, go Demi Edwards, go UKAF, watching Demi's granddad Ginge in Hereford.
Hereford, so that's Demi's mum, Nick.
Yep.
Yeah, she's, I think, the Army's biggest supporter. Hello, Nick. I have the pleasure of having Demi for the charity shop challenge in Australia, so...
Oh, to come, that's coming up, is it?
Well, yeah, I've bought her outfit already, so she might not be talking to me after this.
I'm guessing that's where you buy the most hideous thing you can find in a charity shop.
Yeah.
Okay. And someone has to wear it.
Yep.
So is everyone a charity shop challenge for somebody else?
Yeah, so me and Demi have got each other.
Okay. You don't know what she's got you?
No, no.
Please send us pictures.
Yeah, I will.
In fact, you're very active on social media. I think I'll see them anyway.
Yeah, you'll see them anyway.
So what kind of opposition are the Army going to be facing in Australia then?
So we're actually taking part in their inter-services, so playing against the Australian
Defence Force.
Yeah, Defence Force.
Brilliant.
Version of like the Army and RAF, etc. So yes, playing against, and the men's are doing the same, so should be a good couple of weeks.
Oh wow, that would be awesome. Yeah, because I do the Inter-Services Ski and Snowboard Championships every year in Maribel, and about every couple of years, maybe every 4 years, but I can't remember, the Australian Defence Force come over and take part in that.
Oh, okay.
Surprisingly good at snow sports considering where they live.
Yeah.
I know.
Surprising.
Annoying. I think they don't spend a lot of time in the deserts, and I think there is, some very good snowboarding, what have you, skiing in New Zealand of all places. But so it's good, that interaction in between the arch rivals that are Australia and the UK.
Yeah, definitely.
Georgia Smith then clearing the ball, but it's back with the Bundeswehr, and it's still 0-0 here despite a couple of really good attempts from both sides. We are still goalless as we approach half time here. And Bundeswehr, with another great shot on goal. Lovely stretch by Smith.
Yeah, great shot.
I think that was going top left-hand corner, wasn't it?
I was definitely going in,
and she judged the jump just right.
She did. I've seen them go in so many times, and it's great from Georgia Smith. That give her some confidence as well.
Tell you what, I was always worried about people's, first of all, their heads on that corner.
Yeah.
But also their backs, when they make those stretches. But it's a Bundeswehr corner then after an incredible touch attempt on goal, but saved by Georgia Smith. Can they capitalise here, women in green? But no, the ball's away from UK Armed Forces, but back into the boots of the green. And Schlegel then in.
That should have been a goal, really. That was a
beautiful pass in from Jessica Schlegel, and wasn't quite picked up in front of goal.
She was Sarah free. She was on her own.
Yeah.
Bit of a let off there from UK Armed Forces.
Yeah, you'll get those headers in 10 out of 10 times in training, won't you?
Yeah.
But a little bit of pressure, and she missed it. So it's still goalless here, but German Bundeswehr had a really good couple of minutes there. Can the UKAF come back with something? And Captain there in the middle. She could have kept running,
Yeah, great idea. She gave her a little clap.
Yeah.
See what Demi was trying to do.
And Ted Captain, I always call her the queen of sport because she seems to play everything. She's a brilliant netballer, she's a brilliant basketball player, brilliant footballer. I think they once gave her, I think she got Navy Sportswoman of the Year once, and I was like, yeah, but for which sport?
Yeah, which one? All of them.
All of them, just whatever she does.
Yeah.
So the Bundeswehr then playing it out from the back. And they'll be a happy side going into the dressing room at half-time with a couple of really close attempts on goal. Dixon then, and she's got Edwards. He's got all the ball. She's got so much space. Do you know what? Even Libby Dixon's looking at her going, I was free.
But if that had gone in, and I know Libby would have done the same, 100%. Libby would have took that as a shot. So,
but it was 2-on-1 there for UK Armed Forces, and I think Demi might look at that again, and
hindsight
would have made it. Yeah, would have made a different decision. So, but it's brilliant. This is what we came to see, Kempe.
Yep, great little layoff by Dixon. Great link-up play.
And that's the space that the Germans have not allowed UK Armed Forces at all yet.
Yeah.
And so quick turnaround in the middle. And we had it. Again, a shot that Demi probably would have tried, and 9 times out of 10 would get in training, but under such conditions, that one did not go in. Captain again. She's got Dixon in front, but Dixon's covered by at least 3 defenders. But this is good from UKAF. They're penetrating that last line defence, which they didn't do for the most of this first half. The German Bundeswehr looking for their fast feet up front. There's a bit of chat going on from the UKAF girls in the middle there.
Yeah,
I think at Lauren Impey, the ref maybe. Yeah, a couple of people said, I hope this match doesn't end up a draw, and you're right, it deserves not to be, but I know some draws can be, or some goalless draws can be not exciting, but this is this has been exciting for me so far, Kempe. It's good to see. It was a bit one of those matches where maybe they took a while to settle. And by exciting, I don't mean feisty. It's been some good football. And Germans now with a chance, and that one will go over. Not going to trouble Georgia Smith at all.
Yeah, just a few half chances for both teams. I think the Bundeswehr will be kicking themselves about the header, that potentially that could have been their best chance. Well, and obviously the great save by Georgia Smith.
Yeah.
UK Armed Forces definitely had a few chances.
2 long-range ones, but you know, only inches from target really. Bavister again. Schlegel is being a real nuisance here on the left wing. Yeah, just a bit bunched up there, the girls in red. There's a lot of red in one space, so need to bring it out. And we've seen what they can do with space. Georgia Smith being called up again, but that's straight at her.
Yeah, Becca just found herself with a bit more time. Probably didn't realise how much time she had then.
0-0 then still here at Aldershot Town as we, in the last few minutes towards half time. Some great attempts from both sides, but it is still goalless.
Just trying to thread that through to Libby Dixon. Again, good defending by the Bundeswehr.
And that is a UKAF ball. To Beaver, with the captain's armband on, of course, trying to thread through to Dixon. And that earns a free kick for the girls in green. So do stay with us. We will be back for the second half here at Aldershot Town. And of course, if you have got a day off and you fancy joining us this evening, we're also live for the UK Armed Forces men against the German Bundeswehr, and that is at 7:15 kickoff. We'll be live from 7 o'clock on Forces News Facebook and YouTube. And of course, the last time that German Bundeswehr played against the UK Armed Forces team was about 5 years ago. So you know, with COVID and what have you, and we've had other international fixtures against I know the women have played the Dutch, and also you know, the men have the Kentish Cup and they've played the Irish Defence Forces. We haven't seen the German Bundeswehr line up against UK Armed Forces for about 5 years, so that will be an exciting lineup. That's 7 o'clock this evening here at Aldershot Town. But let's see what these girls can produce in the second half here. It's still 0-0 as we come ever closer to that half-time break. Someone's asked whether there are spectators here because they can't see any. It's because our cameras are pointing
yeah, they're all this side, that's why.
They're all this side. Believe me, we can hear them. They are here. But unfortunately, our cameras are pointed towards the other side of the stadium where there is nobody. German Bundeswehr then going through their moves here. Demi doing her best to keep Schlegel at bay. Loads of support for the German Bundeswehr on Forces News Facebook, and it's 1 minute of added time to the allocated 45 minutes. We haven't had any huge injury news here, just a couple of niggles, but it's likely that this game will be goalless at half time as Jones is back in possession for the UK Armed Forces women, to Bavister, to Edwards, to Beaver, and to captain. Oh, but she misses it. Yeah. And it's the speedster on it. So really just before half-time, much as I'm sure both sides would love a score, let's have some calm heads as we count down to the break. Edwards then, lovely footwork, keep the ball safe. Bannister again here on the right wing. She sees Dixon. Dixon ever watchful of where her opponent is.
Yeah, foul by
Oh, that's half time. So goalless here at Aldershot Town between the UK Armed Forces women in red and the German Bundeswehr in green. Kempe, we've seen a couple of great attempts on goal by both sides. Would you say it's sort of 50-50 at half time?
Yeah, I think maybe the UKAF have had more possession, but I think the Bundeswehr do look dangerous on the break. Sometimes we've given the ball away a bit too cheaply. A few just tighten it up, individual errors really, maybe a little bit of lack of concentration, but we've had chances where we can go forward and attack, and we've just given the ball away cheaply. So there will be, I'm sure Maka will be saying that to them in the change room, just focus, keep that ball, and attacking wise, they have got a threat. The UKAF had a few opportunities, but they've definitely got more in the tank. They've got more attacking prowess, and I want to see more from them in this second half. But good defending by the Germans. You can't deny that they've been strong. Not giving Libby Dixon too much, to be honest, but obviously when they do give her a bit of time, she has got that quality. So yeah, they'll be looking to stay tight on her.
Well, thanks to Kempe. She'll be back with joining me, thank God, for the second half of this match here. But it's goalless here at Aldershot Town between the UK Armed Forces women and the Bundeswehr. And now, do join us for that second half. We've got about a 15-minute break here. But to keep you entertained during half-time, we'll bring you highlights from the final Inter-Services Rugby League match between the Navy women and RAF women that took place last week in Wakefield. But first, back to the football. And ahead of the men's match tonight, Julian Evans has been speaking to their head coach, Corporal Darryl White.
Yeah, so obviously we played them in 2018, and as a group of staff and players we found that as our utopia moment within UK Armed Forces football, so to be able to have this again is a massive privilege and a huge honour.
Of course, the hook is the Remembrance fixture. I know it's a month earlier than probably most people would take Remembrance for, so there's a lot riding on it.
Yeah, like obviously from free services, wearing that popper on your chest, there's no greater honour to respect the fallen, so again a massive occasion for everyone that's part of this organisation and group.
How long have you had to prepare for this fixture? Because the way that the military works, you might not have players available until the very last minute.
Yes, that's the beauty of military football. So we had a game the other week against Portsmouth Academy, so we had a good group there, still missing some players. We've got about 14 at the moment with us today on Tuesday, and we should hopefully have everyone back in by Wednesday afternoon. So again, a good strong squad for us, which is great.
And this, of course, will be the perfect test going into what is the business end of UK Armed Forces season because of the Kentish Cup at the end of the year.
Yeah, so obviously Kentish Cup is that's our big cup. So to have an international fixture, with the Germans that we don't know a lot about, again, all we know, a good physical side, again, well drilled, a great footballing team. So again, a huge test ready for us, which we can't ask for any more.
There is something very special about British teams taking on the Germans. Can you try and sum that up, if you like, in footballing terms, especially at military level?
Yeah, I think if you're a kid that loves football, there's been one moment where you've obviously dreamt about beating the Germans playing for England, Ireland, Wales or Scotland. So to now have this as a military game, you're never going to get any closer to representing your country playing the German Armed Forces. So again, fantastic.
What are you expecting on the pitch? They're technically a very astute side, aren't they?
Yeah, so again, we don't know a lot about them. So we've watched clips from 2019 when they played the Army. Obviously, we've looked at our fixture. Again, we know the manager's the same, but football moves on. So again, we're just going to have to adapt as a coaching staff and players on the night to see what they're going to bring.
In terms of playing personnel, who's going to lead you out against the Bundeswehr?
Yeah, so we've got Danny Kerr, obviously from the Royal Navy. So he's been our skipper for a good few years now, and also representing UK Armed Forces for a long period of time. So again, it's a huge honour to have him as our captain.
Of course, you're the Royal Air Force, you've got a Royal Navy skipper, but you'll be drawing upon Army players as well, and they're just about to go on tour to Australia.
Yeah, again, a fantastic opportunity for the British Army, going to Australia. Again, a massive life experience for them, and, football's been a part of that, and it's a great privilege to have all three services with us and being able to, represent all three services.
It's your job to try and mould all those three services. How tricky is it? Because again, you're up against a different brass from different organisations.
So again, obviously with Nick DeLong, when he first came in, we were able to have this mentality with 3 teams as one, and that's carried on with Diffan and myself. As soon as you come in, it's just UK Armed Forces. We don't talk about the Army, don't talk about Navy, don't talk about the Air Force. It's just that elite mentality, like the British and Irish Lions, really.
Does it help that there is that Air Force continuity at your end, at the managerial level?
Yeah, obviously for me it's just a huge honour. So again, there's excellent managers within the Army, the Air Force and the Navy, and I'm just privileged to be able to lead the UK Armed Forces out at the moment.
When you watch the inter-services, are there players out there playing for the other 2 services that get you excited? Do you think, I can't wait to work with them under a UKAF hat?
Yeah, so for me, obviously I don't go out there, want the Air Force to win, want the Army to win, want the Navy, just want our players to do well, and if we find someone else out there, then obviously we want to bring them in. And for the last 8 years, we've given a lot of people a lot of opportunity to play UK Armed Forces football, which that's the ultimate goal, really.
You'll want to go out and express yourselves against this German outfit. What are you expecting from them? What are you expecting from the fixture? What would you like your players to do? Okay, I know you want them to win, but what are you expecting from this game?
So obviously, it's part of our preparation for the Kentish. We know that the Bundeswehr will be technically very good. So actually, for us, it's to be compact. Obviously, start getting into the game, and then once we get on top, okay, we want to play football, and obviously go and express ourselves, and go and score goals. Really, that's what we're all about.
The RAF have got an incredible opportunity here, Emily.
Yeah, definitely. To have a whole set starting from so deep in the Navy's half. Nice carry from Alice there.
I feel like Alice is a backbone to this RAF team with her sort of, Super League experience and what have you. And that's Grace.
Is she over?
They certainly think so. Grace Houghton-Burnett over for the RAF within the first 3 minutes of play, and the RAF are already on the board. As Chelsea Greasley really puts on the wheels here, and she's made some meters there for the RAF.
A lovely pass as well.
And that's out to Robin Baker, and she will make it over for a second score for the Royal Air Force women, and that will bring the points to 10-0. But I do know that it's 10-0 to the Royal Air Force. 2 tries to the good and a conversion. And they will be up at half-time. Good stretch from the Royal Air Force. Yeah. Oh, she liked that one.
Oh, that wasn't very sportswomanly afterwards, but great try there.
What a great try there. Great defence from Royal Air Force, not giving the Royal Navy an inch here at Wakefield on this beautiful pitch, really, as we said.
Go there, lovely pick and go. Can she get over? Yeah.
Oh, brilliant score there. Well done to Royal Navy. They are over, and a really well-deserved try. Royal Navy then just trying to find that gap in the Royal Air Force defence. There's a lot of shouting out there on the pitch. That's good to hear. A lot of communication. You've got the numbers, and the Royal Navy over again for their second try. The senior service absolutely bossing it here in the second half.
Oh, lovely carry here. Is she going to go all the way?
Emma Swinton there for, sorry, not Emma Swinton, Katie Seagrave again for the Royal Air Force to Chelsea Greasley. And she's been brilliant. Oh, wonderful run. Absolutely brilliant run there.
Hannah again, I think.
That's Hannah South again. Yeah, they've got more. And they've gone left.
Go on,
push on through.
Great defence there from Alice, whacking that ball.
The RAF have kept the Navy within a 2-metre band there. And they need to use this. That's all they've got, and that's a wonderful kick. Will someone take it in? Wonderful from the Royal Navy. That is a champagne try.
That was brilliant.
Oh, brilliant. So Oh, lovely penalty kick there from the Royal Air Force as the RAF look to make their lead safer, and they've piled over. Brilliant. And that was an Alice Fisher try.
Oh, brilliant. For
the Royal Air Force. Quite a tough kick, and then to the sun as well. It's definitely got the height. Brilliant kick, and the RAF are celebrating that because that is the end of the game. It is 26-14 to Royal Air Force. What a brilliant game of rugby league.
Hi, I'm Richard Johnson, and this is In Case You Missed It. Sharing the spoils, the Army women and RAF men took the honours at this year's Inter-Services Golf Championships. The Royal Navy made history in April by winning both men's and women's titles together in the delayed 2022 event, but sat out the final day this time following defeats to both the RAF and Army. For the first time since 2012, the tournament was staged at Woodhall Spa, the home of English golf. Meeting a footballing icon. The Royal Navy women's side with former England Lioness Ellen White after being crowned champions at the first ever CSSC Women's Football Festival. 18 teams took part in the Civil Service Sports Council competition at the FA's training ground, St George's Park. After winning the final 4-0, the Navy players got to meet the England women's all-time goal scorer and talk tactics and the opportunities created by Royal Navy football. Next, Army Bowl. The British Army American football team warmed up for the first ever inter-services with a tough match against Bristol Apache. They had been due to kick off against the Royal Navy, but a change of schedule meant they played Bristol instead. The Royal Navy and RAF Mustangs will now play the first ever inter-services game on October the 13th. And the best of both worlds. Army Rugby Union player Private India King is signing with Premiership side Harlequins as a dual-registered player. Private King was a member of the Army squad who won the Inter-Services Championships this year, so she scored a try against the Royal Air Force. Dual registration means she'll be able to play and train with both Harlequins and the Army.
India King with the try.
Hello and welcome back to Aldershot Town for this match-up between the UK Armed Forces women and the German Bundeswehr women. It is the first time that these two sides have met. The Bundeswehr women, of course, have faced the Army women's side, but we are not seeing that here today. It is obviously a combined effort between girls from the UK Armed Forces, the Royal Air Force, the Royal Navy and the British Army. They are playing in red, and I know this is mostly to a viewing public, but they were shooting moving from right to left, and the Bundeswehr in green from left to right. It is goalless so far here at Aldershot Town. Both sides with attempts on goal so far, but it hasn't been the most electrifying of performances. Let's see if these girls can perform to the ability we know they can in the second half. We've had two superb attempts on goal by the Bundeswehr, both opportunities, one saved by Georgia Smith, an absolutely overarching or back-reaching save in the top right-hand corner, and then just after that a header was missed just in front of goal, and the Bundeswehr will be kicking themselves, I'm sure, at half-time for missing that. Two long-range goals attempts here from the UK Armed Forces women by Demi Edwards and by Antea Captain, but both went over the bar. So we're expecting more from these sides here as we remain goalless at Aldershot Town. Of course, the men's match-up comes later at 7:15 this evening and will be live on Forces News, Facebook and YouTube for that. The last time the UK Armed Forces men faced the German Bundeswehr was 5 years ago, But in this women's lineup, this has never happened before. This is history in the making for what UKAF want to use as their remembrance fixture. And of course, these UKAF Forces women have been up against the Dutch. They've been up against the Irish Defence Force in June, which they won 5-0. So they know that they've got it in them as they shoot from right to left. Captain kicking forward there, and the ball is out. So Yvette Kemp is with me on co-commentary, but I think she's just still stuck in the refreshment tent at the minute, so we'll wait for Kempe to come back. But Bundeswehr here in possession as we enter the second 45 minutes here, and the ball has gone completely out of the ground, so that will need to be replaced. Quickly done by the touch judge here on the sideline. I hope you enjoyed our footage at half-time between the RAF and Royal Navy Rugby League women. That was last weekend in Wakefield, as the German Bundeswehr here had their first attempt on goal in the but it wasn't able to be fed in by the girls in green there, and it'll be a goal kick to Georgia Smith, the Army's #1 goalkeeper, who is quickly rising up the ranks of UK Armed Forces football, and she will have the advantage now, kicking up for the UK Armed Forces women here. And I remind you, it is goalless still, so let's hope either team can take some of this away. Jones then with the ball to Bert Whistle, but she's lost it, and the Bundeswehr are back in possession as Kempe joins me. Stuck in the refreshments tent, were you, Kempe?
It's busy up there.
Networking.
I was talking to the Army managers, Ryan McDowell and Ash, and just about the game.
Okay, I'm glad you were talking football. What were their thoughts?
Just that, there's definitely another level for these UKAF girls, and they want to see a lot more. And they think it's been a little bit slow, and want to see some more some goals would be nice.
Yeah, any goals.
Have we had any substitutions?
Do you know what? I haven't really had checked that over properly. I think it looks pretty much like the same lineup at the minute, but that's fairly.
I don't think we have.
No, I don't think we have either. No, it looks all pretty much the same. But I'm sure, those legs will be getting tired, so probably, when do they normally make them? Like 60 minutes in? Yeah. As UKAF look to clear their lines here. Just judging on this first few minutes of the second half, the Bundeswehr have definitely looked a bit more lively. So I don't know what Maka and Karl had to say at half-time, but I'm sure it was along the lines of what the Army managers were saying as well.
Yeah, I hoping to see Imogen Fisher come on for the UKAF today. She can play anywhere, to be fair, but she's great on the wing. She can play up front, but very fast, very strong. Scored in the inter-services for the Army, so hopefully get to see her make get some minutes today.
Bundeswehr then in bright green shirts and shorts and socks, as we've got Annika Mikkel down here on the right wing. See some of the speed that we witnessed in that first half, and another lot that hit pretty much everybody.
So I noticed in the first half, towards the end, they swapped Jacobs and Boylan over. So Jacobs was originally on the left wing, and then she's now gone to left back, and Boylan's pushed up.
What's the thinking on that, do you think?
I think just to steady it at the back a little bit, that ball over the top we were seeing. So I think Lois Jacobs, because she's got a bit of pace, I think that's why they put Lois. But she can play. That is a position Lois plays often, is left back or left wing. So
is it height thing, or is it just purely the way she marks the player?
Yeah, I just think the way she reads the game and just a bit of positioning. But also, like I said, she's quick, so hopefully, I think, especially with the number 3 who we can see, we know she's quick as well. So
Tessa Glockner for German Bundeswehr has got some wheels. I can't see any obvious changes for the opposition either. So I think
Has the coach come on yet?
No, the assistant coach. I think she's probably the last option, maybe. She arrived with a suitcase, so she obviously had every...
She was prepared.
Yeah, she had every option open to her. I can only imagine she's a very recently retired player into the coaching staff.
Good. That was good from Abby Hayes. Good, strong play.
Dixon then with about 5 defenders to get through there. Even someone with Dixon's standard, I don't think.
And the free kick's gone against her as well.
Oh dear. She's on the ground. I think the ref is just going over to check. So it goes against UK Armed Forces, and Bundeswehr have a kick, which they want to play out of their half now. It's a very leafy stadium here in Aldershot. It's a lovely look out here from our commentary position. As Annika Mikkel, who's been making a real difference for the Bundeswehr, and Bavister.
Oh, good little touch from Bavister there. That was needed. A dangerous ball across the box.
And right into the path of Bert Whistle. And UKAF will want to get this out.
So much space in this one.
So much space. There's a lot of red. There's a lot of red. As Mikkel takes it on herself. And she'll try and fire it in, but that is quite far left of the goal. Nothing to trouble Georgia Smith there. But she tracks the ball well. And it's a UKAF goal kick. Yeah, a lot of comments at half-time. It wasn't derogatory in any way, but more that, I think maybe people expected a bit more fire.
Yeah.
But often if people are nervous, if they're cautious, they're almost unwilling to give away a goal and therefore are playing a bit defensively maybe.
Yeah, definitely, but you kind of need someone to just take this game and take a risk and take it by the scruff of the neck if as the saying goes. But we have to go out to win this game. We can't just be too defensive and too cautious. So I get it when the first 5 to 10 minutes as you're settling into the game, but I expect the UKAF to really get hold of this and really try to exploit this Bundeswehr defence.
Were you a risky player?
Sometimes.
When it was needed, maybe.
Yeah.
So UKAF looking to clear their lines here a little bit with the Bundeswehr in possession. Great defence there from Captain, but it will be a throw-in from the Bundeswehr team. And Schlegel there out on the far wing to us. She's been crucial for the Germans. And that'll go way out.
Yeah, they can shoot like that all day. But yeah,
I'm never quite sure with that whether it's a shot or whether they're just kicking for hope. Yeah, we've seen flashes of brilliance, I think, from both sides, and what they're capable of in front of goal, or even quite far out of goal. But sadly, it is that thing when it's
again, it's just giving the ball away cheaply. No pressure on the ball, and we should be making these easy passes.
Jacobs with a slightly that's a silly giveaway, really, isn't it? A rushed touchline throw, and possession's back. Another ball lost, I think. Gosh, we're going through the footballs here, Kempy.
Just looking at who's warming up on the subs bench. Potential for Ali Hindley and Imogen Fisher now warming up, so might get to see them come on. I definitely think he needs to make some sort of changes, because
just fresh legs are going to make a difference, aren't they? wasn't probably the best of corners from probably trying to cut that a bit fine, but she'll get another go at it. Jessica Schlegel from the near side corner here. It's a lovely ball in. All that needs is one touch of a German head, and but well defended by UKAF, and Georgia Smith will again get to clear her goal. As the sunshine comes out here at Aldershot Town.
Yeah, it looks like Lucy Farrow's going to come on for the UKAF.
Okay, so yeah, RAF player Lucy Farrow.
Oh, chance here for Bundeswehr. Goal.
Oh, goal. That came out of nothing, really, didn't it?
Absolutely nothing. Good finish.
UKAF's ball, and it was a silly pass, to be honest, silly pass cross goal, and it was a goal for
number 4,
Annalena Wassermann. So German Bundeswehr 1-0 up, taking advantage of a pretty bad mistake from the UK Armed Forces women right in front of goal. It's what you're told never to do, pass across goal.
Yeah, absolutely. Just basics, really. She'll be very disappointed with that.
So yeah, Wassermann, a replay here, and it shows
just not looking where.
Yeah, Abby Hayes is
way too cheaply.
Not going to be happy with that. Annalena Wassermann, then number 4 from the German Bundeswehr, means it is 1-0 to the visitors. And we were looking for goals. I don't think anyone expected that one.
No, just a poor one to give away. Very disappointing. But let's see how the UKAF respond now. Hopefully that's given them a bit of a kick.
Well, there's nothing like being behind to get people's backs up, is there? But then there's nothing like a goal to fire up the opposition as well. So, yeah, that is
Lois Jacobs coming off.
And Lucy Farrow coming on.
So it looks like... So Cara Boylan, I think she could potentially be dropping into left back.
Okay.
It looks like Libby potentially moved to the left, and then Farrow's gone up top.
Right. So fresh legs up front for UK Armed Forces. And they need to use that goal against them as fire to propel them forwards. Because as we look on here in the sun at Aldershot Town, the home team are 1-0 down. We know they've got it in them. And free kick goes the way of the Germans. I know it is no longer a goalless draw. It is 1-0 to the Bundeswehr, and of course they would win it if that's how it ends. But just to confirm, if it is a draw at any point, we're not going to go to penalties. It will just be a drawn game. Novel thought. Who would have thought? The UK Armed Forces then with with Lucy Farrow, new energy interjected into this side in red. As we wait to see whether these ladies in red can make some kind of return for the goal that's been scored against them. A fairly schoolgirl mistake just in front of goal has led to a fairly easy put-in for the German Bundeswehr, but the UK Armed Forces have it at the right end. Captain there battling but losing out. Oh, great defence, great tackle. German legs here on Abby Hayes. Captain with a long ball to Edwards. But Bundeswehr have it back. And they leave it to their goalkeeper, but
good pressure by
yeah,
Karl.
it's good pressure.
She has brought a bit of energy.
We've got a bunch of school children in front of us. If you can hear, they're shouting red. They've just figured out which team they should be supporting. Although they did cheer for the goal as well, so I guess they're neutral. Bavister then to Jones, to Beaver, and to Hayes. It's all in UKAF's half. Oh, great turn from Dixon. Just couldn't get the ball away, but that means corner for UKAF Forces. That was great footwork from Dixon there.
It'd be great if they can make something of this and get an equaliser now.
Come on, heads up, girls. This is your moment. This is what you need. It's 1-0 here to the German Bundeswehr. At home, these girls in particular, as Cara Boyan takes the corner. And it's in.
Good delivery.
Get ahead. Too many green heads there. Lucy Farrow again. You can tell she's just come on. She's got all the energy.
She has.
Oh, brilliant, Beaver.
Foul on Edwards.
Yeah. It'll be free kick for UKAF Forces. Jackie G says go Kira Boylan. Second half belongs to UKAF. Well,
let's hope so.
I think Jackie actually wrote that before the goal, but yes, we are keeping our fingers crossed here that these UKAF girls can come back with something.
Oh, good flick by Beaver.
Go on, captain. Oh, again, another attempt. That's gone over the stadium, let alone the goal. There's quite a few footballs up there on that roof.
Can't get myself up there after the game.
Well, they've actually got the same ball back, so captain with another long-range missile, but that one a bit higher than her last attempt, which just kissed the crossbar at the other end. I suspect the coaching staff would have wanted her to pass the ball off for a more realistic chance on goal, but the girls in green then, the German Bundeswehr, 1-0 up here at Aldershot Town. But still plenty of time remaining in this fixture. And Tessa.
Oh, great flick.
Small and mighty. Abby Hayes to Georgia Smith, who can only really kick it off for a German throw-in. She was being pressurised by Green. Got cadets here, I think, in their uniform, who are acting as ball boys and ball girls. Got them chasing all around the pitch. Georgia Smith then, the Army and UKAF goalkeeper, to hoik it up the pitch. But that positive energy, Kempe, that's got to come all the way from Georgia and down. There's not a lot of talking at the moment. There needs to be a lot more energy that I'm not saying it all has to come from Georgia, but it's got to come from everyone. It can't just be down to the strikers.
100%, and it's not always just the captain as well. Every player can be responsible for that.
Jacobs then to Beaver.
It's gone out.
Yeah.
Looks like number 8 for the UK Armed Forces is coming on, so that's Pip Wilson from the RAF. And number 18,
that's Ali Croucher.
Ali Croucher, yeah, just newly into the Army setup, but has been played core football for a number of years, very experienced player. But yeah, great addition to the UK Armed Forces, so this would be her first appearance.
Okay, so debut for Ali Croucher. And I'm sure she's had many dreams about what she can achieve on a UKAF football pitch. So,
yeah, big moment for her. So very, very happy for her today.
A little tussle over the ball there on the far side. And Lauren Impey having none of that. The ref in the middle from the RAF. I have a feeling she's won something like Sports Official of the Year or something.
Is that so?
I think so. John mentioned it. Lauren Impey.
Oh yeah,
in the middle.
yeah. I think so. Yeah.
She did. RAF was it RAF Women's Sports Official of the Year.
I think you might be right. But she does a lot on the civilian circuit as well. So again, a very experienced referee. So we've got Libby Dixon and Anna Birtwhistle coming off.
She was actually the UK Armed Forces Sports Official of the Year. So I've downgraded her. But there you go.
We won't tell her.
Yeah. So we've got Ali Croucher coming on at 18 and Pip Wilson in the 8 shirt for UK Armed Forces. Some more fresh legs as we just beyond the 65th minute here. Do you know what? That extra 5 minutes in football makes such a difference when I'm so used to commentating on rugby league.
Oh, really?
40 minutes goes quickly.
Yeah.
45 minutes just seems to take a while, but here we are, like 65 minutes in, and it is still 1-0 to the German Bundeswehr.
Yeah, good work by Anthea Captain then, just to win a corner. Can we make something of this? Just needs a goal, doesn't it, from the UKAF?
Corners haven't been particularly successful. They've been great corners so far, but there's been a lot of congestion in front of goal, hasn't there?
Yeah, you haven't really had any clear-cut opportunities from them.
But this should be seen as a goal-scoring opportunity every time,
yeah, definitely.
shouldn't it?
And if you look at how tall Abby Hayes is as well, she's right in the mix there, one of the taller players.
Yeah, she's got herself right to the front there, Abby Hayes.
Courtney Jones loves a header off a corner. She scores quite a few, so
Bavister with the corner kick, and that's quite a flat one. And that was pressure.
She will not be happy with that.
I think we built that one up too much, Kempy.
Yeah, I know. I was expecting a UKAF goal off that, but not if it's on the floor and going out.
So that gives the Bundeswehr the ball back in at their feet. But newly introduced Ali Croucher with a first touch of the ball there. And yeah, they need some energy inserted into this game because they are 1-0 down. If they can equalise and get back to 1-1, it will remain a draw. We're not going to do anything silly like go to penalties here because no tournament needs to be decided. A draw is a draw. Croucher again with the ball. She's done well so far. Free kick to UKAF. Will be taken by Jacobs. Sorry, Kira Boylan, not Jacobs. Ponytails are confusing me. Back to Abby Hayes. Out to Courtney Jones. And Bavister's yelling for it there, from Beaver to Bavister on the right wing. And a little push there on UKAF player. It's still in red possession. Jones.
Again, sloppy.
Yeah.
In defence.
They've got numbers, UKAF, and they need to defend this. Great from Abby Hayes.
Yeah.
And she's German Bundeswehr looking to the ref with no sympathy whatsoever. To Lucy Farrow in the middle there, to Captain. Farrow again. Edwards, and again that's going to be too high.
Corner kick. Good effort by Edwards. A bit lucky there, UKAF, because we gave the ball away cheaply in defence, and then luckily Abby Hayes cleared up.
So another corner. Let's hope this is slightly more successful than the last. Is that Kira Boylan on the far side taking this? So Bavister stepped down.
On her left foot as well, so hopefully swing it in.
Boylan then for UKAF. Oh, lovely
Looking
head.
for Jones nearly.
That was off Jones as well, yeah. And again, gets another stab at it. Oh, but captain can't quite reach that. So goal kick for German Bundeswehr. And they remain 1-0 up here at Aldershot Town. As we get some kind of aircraft over top. It's not unusual in Aldershot, I guess. Beaver then for UKAF. Captain battling for it. Oh!
It's just going to squeeze through.
Yeah. A bit of a mix. Oh, yeah, she just didn't have enough on that Anter, but then that happens because she's, you know, being tackled mid-tackle. UKAF Bundeswehr then, the lovely ball forward to Annika Mikel, but she's high and wide of the goal. But UKAF caught then again by a fast ball forward and had absolutely no defence other than the goalkeeper then. Georgia Smith needs to rescue the ball from the top of her goal.
Yeah, she'll be happy that one was not a great shot, but again, she needs to keep it tight at the back.
I mean, she has made the save of the game so far.
I mean, let's face it, the goal was there wasn't a lot she could have done about that.
Georgia Smith then clearing the ball to her captain, Beaver. Jones to Hayes to Boylan. Bavister then on the right wing, trying to spot Captain here. She's so strong there, but couldn't quite make of it. Bavister, will get a throw in from the far touchline. And Farrow back to
quick little flick by Farrow.
Come on, Demi Edwards in perfect position there in front of goal. Good defence from the Bundeswehr. And now needs to clear it upfield, but Hayes is there. There's a free player. Croucher to Edwards. Pet Wilson then to Boylan. And Bavister rescues it out there. Balls with Beaver. UKAF playing it around here, looking for the opportunity. Bavister to Beaver, lovely 1-2. Yeah. Ball in.
Oh, it's just that final ball, isn't it? It's just not
finding a German shirt most every time. Lovely.
Do you know what? I've loved Farrow since she's come on. Her determination to get that ball.
Commitment. It's like she wants to carry the team.
She's alert, yeah. You can just see her just wanting it. She wants, she just wants that ball every single time.
That's a great ball forward. Lots of space, and she's still got it. Oh, she's saying. Right, so Bundeswehr then still 1-0 up here at Aldershot Town as we approach 75th minute.
So they're pushing everyone up, just leaving Barrister at the back, which is fine, so there's not really any pressure there. So
Kira Boylan again with corner. So, and they've got some kind of play here with 2 lines, yeah. Boylan then to Croucher, but it falls at the feet, and it's a bit of a kerfuffle there. I don't think that quite worked as they meant it. And it will be a throw for UKAF, but there is a Bundeswehr player down on the far side there to check that she's okay. That is Anna-Lena Wasserman, the goal scorer, who's down. And she is going to be treated there on the far side. Lauren Impey having a word with some of the Bundeswehr players. I think they didn't like the tackle that went in, but I don't think Impey's seen anything too bad in it. And it is a UKAF throw, as Wasserman is treated on the far touchline. Jones to Hayes. Hayes forward. I think she was looking for Pip Wilson there, but she'd moved. Boylan. Back to Hayes.
We switch it there, just seeing if the switch was on, but
yeah. I feel like, correct me,
flat, isn't it?
Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong as well, Kempy. I feel like they're trying things rather than just letting their natural. They're sort of forcing the issue, she says, as there's a lovely chance in front of goal for Pip Wilson there. But these girls are good footballers. They can play. I sometimes feel like if they're playing to what the coaches have said they should try, like that corner kick, it didn't work, whereas it looked more likely when they were just abundant in front of goal. So sometimes what you learn on the training pitch and a set play isn't necessarily the way forward, and I don't think their set plays are working.
No, but obviously if they, they've got to do what the coaches, I guess, they're trying to implement it. If it's not working, then they need to come up with something else. But I just think going forward, we haven't had a great lot of chances in front of goal. Everything's been half chances, if you like. We haven't had any. We haven't really worked the keeper either end, to be honest. So they'll be disappointed in that respect. Not testing the keeper to. There's definitely with the attacking players that we have. I think the coaching staff were a bit disappointed how the lack of shots and.
I mean, Dixon's been swapped off. Well, would that have made a huge difference?
No, I think since Farrow's come on, I think she's she's lively, but at the minute she's she hasn't had too much either.
So the Bundeswehr again with the ball with 1-on-1, and Hayes will look to clear that. Courtney Jones getting back, well done to UKAF. Babister, again the link woman there. Ali Croucher to Jones, to Boylan. Oh, lovely to Demi Edwards. Just held her space really well there.
Yeah, she'll get the free kick there. So this is a perfect opportunity. This is where we need a decent ball in and we need players to attack the ball. It's been too easy for the Bundeswehr to defend these set pieces.
Michelle Baumann coming on for the German Bundeswehr, number 19 there. So the visitors making changes. Fresh legs for all teams. But Boylan with the free kick here out on the left wing. And Impey's got her, Lauren Impey, the woman in the middle, has got her foam out. I don't know if it's foam, spray, mixture of both.
The spray, yeah.
Boylan then with the free kick.
That's it, good delivery.
Jones there again in the middle.
Just no one getting that second ball.
No. Pip Wilson with an attempt. Beaver. Everyone's having a go. But it's back to Bundeswehr feet, and they'll be glad to have defended that one. They remain 1-0 here at Aldershot Town, and we're into the last 10 minutes of this game, plus any extra time, of course. And these girls have only got 10 minutes left to equalise.
Looks like a couple of subs are coming on. So Imogen Fisher, for the one I've wanted to see, come on. You know, I think very
17
attacking
shirt. Yeah,
fantastic player.
And Ellie Bishop as well for the Royal Navy. It looks like they'll be coming on as well. More. Farrow, just a couple of milliseconds later, and she would have connected with that ball. But another floaty pass in from UK Armed Forces, and it does look like Annalena Wassermann from German Bundeswehr is walking very tenderly off. So the scorer of their only goal, the only goal of the game, as she is walking, but she's aided by a coach there behind the goal. So UK Armed Forces with a lot of possession here in the second half, but yet to capitalise. Beaver. She's not going to win that one, I'm afraid.
It's just like running into a brick wall when you run into Cat Beaver.
But you don't play football with your arms, I'm afraid, Cat.
Yeah, and here come the subs.
Okay, so Ellie Bishop in shirt number 19 and Imogen Fisher, who an Army player that Kempe is really excited about, coming on for Kira Boylan. Oh no, sorry, she was just getting a drink, my fault. So Nat Bavister's coming off.
She just getting a drink? Oh,
No,
I didn't
I'm
see what the
confused
numbers.
now, sorry.
They've all come over, they're all coming off.
They're all coming off. This is just very confusing. Right, good a chance for coaches Karl Milgate and Daniel McNamara to have a word with their team.
So I think Demi Edwards is coming off.
Okay, so 12 is coming off. Karl Milgate's got his notes out, so this is getting serious, Kempe. They've got 10 minutes left. Brilliant to see. Good established. They've been around for a while, this, you know, the UKAF coaching setup.
Yes, that's Nat Bavister and Demi Edwards have come off for Imogen Fisher and
Ellie Bishop.
Ellie Bishop, yeah.
So Royal Navy, Ellie Bishop, Army, Imogen Fisher. Let's see what they can do in this last 10 minutes. Reminder, it is 1-0 here at Aldershot Town. This is the first match-up of double-header here at the home of the Shots, as the German Bundeswehr lead the UK Armed Forces women 1-0, and they are very close in for a second chance, and another high shot from the German Bundeswehr. Doesn't trouble Georgia Smith at all. And a reminder that, of course, if you stay with us, we are going to be live again from 7 o'clock this evening for the UK Armed Forces men against the German Bundeswehr. They haven't played for 5 years. UK Armed Forces women have never played the German Bundeswehr side. We've seen Army women's teams take them on, as the German goalkeeper is called in for. Haven't seen a lot of action, unfortunately, for either of them. But I would say no score on the sheet for them means a good game if you're a goalkeeper.
Exactly. And unlucky for Georgia Smith, I think.
The UK Armed Forces pretty much use their entire subs bench. Still to see whether the assistant coach for the German Bundeswehr is going to make an appearance. I believe she is in football kit. Oh, Farrow really chasing that one down, putting pressure. Brilliant.
Well, she's going for everything.
Absolutely brilliant. I think if there was an award for commitment, then Lucy Farrow would get it. So we're here in the last 5 minutes of this game. There might be a bit of stoppage time at the end, but it is still 1-0 to the visitors, the German Bundeswehr. From, quite honestly, Kempe, a UKAF mistake which led to the goal. But that's no excuse. They know they've only got 5 minutes left. To Ali Croucher there in the middle.
Good. Just need a little bit more on that.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of the passes, like you said, have been sloppy, but like slow. You know, I know that they can. They need to put a bit more punch behind them.
A bit more fizz on that ball. Oh, great turn. That's a fantastic
UK Armed Forces then. I mean, who was on that? 3 players waiting for the ball to come to their feet. That's just not going to happen. Abby Hayes then with UKAF pushing forward. Imogen Fisher. And Lucy Farrow, who's been dynamite since she's been on. What can she do in the last 5 minutes?
I see Maka putting his hands on his head. He's like, we need better balls than that in the box.
Beaver still strong at the back here, commanding her players. Abby Hayes with the ball in. See what she's trying to do there. Some lovely feet up front. But the Bundeswehr are clearing their lines every time. And Tessa Glockner and Annika Mikkel have been brilliant speedsters for German Bundeswehr. Yeah, the height's definitely gone up considerably since our last substitutions. Imogen Fisher and Ellie Bishop, of course. Fisher so strong there. But it's a Bundeswehr throw-in. We are in the last 4 minutes of this game here at Aldershot Town. UK Armed Forces with space.
Yeah, refs wave and play on. Advantage.
And that's Ellie Bishop there on the right wing. Kat Beaver with a floating ball in.
Lovely touch.
Pitt Wilson then. And we've got another German Bundeswehr player down here in the middle. So the ref, Lauren Impey, will come and check on that. This will be adding to extra time added at the end of the game. But another great position for the UK Armed Forces. They've not lacked in possession, so really they've got no answer or no reason for not scoring.
No, it's just been, there's been some good bits of play, but attacking wise, I just needed to see definitely a lot more from the UKAF girls.
I mean, they had a no win is easy, but they had a 5-0 win against the Irish Defence Force in June, and they played the Dutch and been successful against them. Yeah. They're certainly not used to being on the losing side, and I'm nothing in me saying that this is a good thing, but they now, they've come up against a side that have challenged them.
Yeah, definitely, and I know Maka won't use it as an excuse, but I know he has still, as we talked at the beginning of the game, he's missing some big players as well, which of course is going to make a difference, but not to take it away from any of these players who are on the pitch. I've watched a lot of these players, and I know that they're fantastic, but today it's just they could have done a bit more.
Question of something not clicking, maybe.
Yeah.
A lovely ball in to Farrow. Oh, great work by the German goalkeeper Gina Mitch there.
Really good on the goalie there.
Really matched up with Farrow, who has been an absolute energiser bunny since she's been on.
Maybe if she was a little bit taller,
I know,
she might have just got her head on that. But
speaking from the short camp that I'm in, I didn't want to say that, but with a bit of height, she probably could have.
But the keeper was quick. She's still alert. It was towards the end of the game, and she did really well then.
Jones then forward for Antea Captain. There's a lot of high ball, which obviously is a sign of fatigue here. But Beaver trying to motivate her team in the last few minutes of this game. But it's looking very much like a 1-0 win for the German Bundeswehr here at Aldershot Town. Pip Wilson on the far right there into Farrow. Oh, goalkeeper again, incredibly alert.
Yeah, good shot on the turn.
Oh, there's 6 minutes of injury time, Kempi, so I'm going to keep you back here for another 6-10 minutes, but
good little strike from Farrow on the turn as well. She did well, but a great save from the goalkeeper.
Corner then for UK Armed Forces, and they've gone for the short corner this time.
That's in!
It's 1-0 here at Aldershot Town. That was fantastic. It's Kira Boylan.
Fantastic goal.
Wow.
That's what it needed. That's what we've been waiting for. A bit of excellence.
What a strike from UK Armed Forces. Wow, we're game on here. It's 1-0. We've just been announced. It's 6 minutes injury time. And the UK Armed Forces women have equalised through an incredible strike from Kira Boylan here. They were starting to look like heads were down, Kempi, and a moment of magic there. Yeah. Absolutely stunning.
Yeah, what a goal.
Oh, that leaping salmon that was the German goalkeeper. She'll be gutted because she'd made an incredible couple of saves leading up to that. Well, there we have it.
Game on.
Well, that has put some fire in this game. Like I said, should you need a reminder, if this ends in a draw, it ends in a draw. There will be no penalties, as Ali Croucher there fights off 3 defenders. And the Bundeswehr have it. So 5 or 6 minutes, probably only just 5 minutes remaining here. Lucy Farrow, who's been an absolute dynamite since she came on. And another attempt there. Oh, now UKAF need another half. Finally shown what they're capable of.
This is what we've been waiting for.
One all then, and we are 2 minutes into injury time. That's 4 minutes left of injury time here at Aldershot Town. It is 1-1, and my gosh,
I think there's another goal coming. I'm going to say it. For the UKAF.
It's happened before. It's happened the men's team against the Irish Defence Forces, and there were 2 goals in injury time. Well, that has fired things up from what was a fairly sleepy match. I think it's fair to say. Kempi has gone. Oh yeah, Abby Hayes wants it back. They're absolutely gunning for it, these UKAF girls in red.
Whoa, it's in the
goal scorer Boylan.
Caught Boylan in the face there. I think she's going to be okay.
She's up.
She's probably still got the adrenaline from that goal, to be fair, keeping her going.
Wow, that was a wonder strike. Turn and well done, Kira Boylan.
Okay, now Jones, I know she can. I play Remy football with Jones, so I know she can definitely swing a good ball in.
The subs bench is up to Boylan. They're now marking her out as, but that falls at the feet of Beaver. Out to captain.
Good, well done.
Jones, back to Jones. Oh, she's been brought down with a free kick. Just 3 minutes. And there's another change for the German Bundeswehr side. Annika Mikkel, number 14, is coming off, and she's replaced by number 15, Victoria Rhine. So last minute change for German Bundeswehr, but Courtney Jones for UK Armed Forces, with all her team forward, apart from captain, who's sort of backing up here. But as Kempi said, she's got that nearly went all the way.
Yep.
Just needed a slight touch there in front of goal. But it's 1-1 here at Aldershot Town. We've got 2 minutes left of injury time. Kempi feels like there's another goal in them. Well, that would be a superb finish. Anna Farrow.
I'd love Farrow to score.
Beaver then. Put my body on the line there. Hayes to Beaver. Forward, looking for, well, no one in particular. I think she was looking for Pip Wilson, but went a bit fortuitous for
Take the
Pip.
corner if it goes. Yeah, we'll have that.
Have a corner.
Come on, good delivery now. It's nothing worse when you've got a corner towards the end of the game, it just goes out. So let's have a good delivery.
So a corner for the UK Armed Forces, and I mean the goal didn't come directly from corner last night, but it was the start of it. Yeah, went out. Curled a bit too much there, and that did not trouble the German goalkeeper. It's 1-1 here, and we are really now into the last minute of injury time. But it really doesn't take that long to score a goal. Down to Farrow, to Wilson, but Bundeswehr have cleared their lines. Captain and the Germans here on the attack, and they've got numbers, but I think they were trying to clear it forward for Tessa Glockner, who has got wheels, but even for her that was a bit too much of a big ask. So Ali Croucher on the ball here down the left wing.
Yeah, we'll take that free kick. Right, good delivery from Jones, come on.
The clock is counting down here. So Jones, with that strong foot of hers, she wants to float it in, connect with someone's head. Jones then for the UK Armed Forces. Beaver up and over. The goal is on it. Well done to Gina Mitch. And that could nearly be it. We are over the 6 minutes now of injury time. 1-1 here. And the Bundeswehr have it, but it could be just a matter of seconds before the whistle's blown. Great from Captain, and that is it, Kempe. 1-1. I mean,
I think that's a fair result.
I was going to say, do you think that's fair?
Yeah,
from what all we've seen in the last 90 minutes.
Definitely, I do think it was pretty even throughout the game. Although I think maybe UKAF had more of the possession, attacking wise, as we spoke. I don't think they troubled the Germans too much in front of goal. So I definitely think fair result, 1 each. They'll be disappointed with how they conceded, the UKAF girls. We basically gifted them that goal, but that bit of excellence from Boylan at the end. I mean, what a finish.
I think it's interesting, isn't it, that if the goal had come earlier for UKAF, I just feel like their heads were down a little bit after the Germans scored.
It just seemed like they kind of accepted.
And that seems unlike the mentality that I'm used to with these players. I mean, to be honest, they don't look that overjoyed at a 1-1, but I think, they're winners and they came here to win, so maybe they'll see this as I see it as a reprieve, really, because they made a mistake which led to the German goal, but I mean they came back firing, because that strike from Boylan was incredible,
phenomenal. And also you've got to think that there are a lot of new players in this team, so got great experience for the new ones who have made quite a few players made debuts today, and it is a big occasion. Playing UKAF football, even representing Army UKAF, it's a big step. So definitely a lot of positives to take out, but also for Maka and his team, a lot of things to work on.
Well, look, there's only really pride at stake here. I know that there's been some caps won, and they're going to do probably a little presentation just to both sides, more as a sort of the fact that it's here. I know that against the Irish Defence Forces, it's called the Perpetual Friendship Trophy or Shield, I think, when it comes to that game. But here, this isn't. I think we're going to get the VIPs coming out here and just saying thank you, and probably a little speech maybe from the dignitaries we have here today, because it is sort of Kempe a really good, I want to say, international football with the military. That's what it is, isn't it? We have the Kentish Cup, we have the Irish Defence Force, but German Bundeswehr, that's a massive match-up. And obviously at some point the decision was made that the Army was too much really for them to play a German Bundeswehr, so made it. So we'll just wait and see the presentations here.
Game from both of you. I thought you finished really strongly, so well done. There's some great battling, and certainly the start of the second half and the start of the match I thought was really good from you girls as well. So, but fantastic finish. Obviously we'd like to thank the staff of both sides. Great to welcome you here. And of course, thank you to the officials. It was a really well managed game by all of you, so thank you very much. And finally, I'd like to thank the cadets. Thank you very much for coming and helping out. Brilliant. Thanks very much. Well done all. Well played. Cheers. Thank you.
So, Kempi, you know, looking ahead to the men's game, you got any predictions, you know, as we sort of, we're going to be live on that at 7 o'clock this evening?
Yeah. I'm going to go 3-1 UK Armed Forces. I know a lot of the men's team. I'm going to back the boys.
That's why you wanted to see a 2-1, wasn't it, in this win? Because you were egging for that other goal, because you did say a 2-1 at the beginning there.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know how long the German team are over for, but, you know, did they get a chance to sort of, you know, socialise and celebrate after this fixture?
I'm not too sure how long they're staying, to be honest. I'm not too sure. Hopefully they get a bit of time to stay. It'd be a shame to just come over and go straight back, but hopefully.
Can't be there. I think they're gonna come in for a big photograph here, both sides, because this is really momentous. I know that we're not in November yet, but it is Remembrance. Do you think that it's quite emotional they're wearing, you know, the poppy on their shirts? It's quite emotional for them as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it's such a look at the players now. You know, I think the game was played in great spirit as well, but of course it means a lot to both sets of players. And I think it even just at the beginning when the last post is played, I think it gives the players goosebumps, you know, just listening to that, and it's just a great occasion.
Do you miss it?
Absolutely.
She misses the playing, but she's still heavily involved, as we see a lovely image of both teams. What lovely colours as well. It's like Christmas has come early, Kempi. Bit of green, bit of red. We are waiting for our reporter, Julian Evans, to grab one of the UK Armed Forces players after a 1-1 draw here between the UK Armed Forces women, who were playing in red, and the German Bundeswehr in green. Oh, someone's operating the photos. They're putting all the VIPs in, I think, with this one. So I'm just talking around a huge photo call at the minute. But player-wise, Kempi, what do you think in terms of, you know, who stood out from the German side as well as the? Well, I know that we had Annalena Wassermann, who was the goal scorer, but really that was kind of like a advantageous goal. But for me, Tessa Glockner, number 3, and also Jessica Schlegel, number 17 from the German side, really stood out as the sort of dominators of the game and the controllers of the game.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I think exactly, like, especially, you know, number 3, she was definitely alive at top, wasn't she, and caused our defenders a few problems and giving them a lot to think about. But yeah, I totally agree with the players that you've pointed out there. And then
who impressed you in the UKAF side?
Well, Katby was always solid, you know. She's always just plays simple football and works hard. Nat Bavister, I think, was just grafting up and down. Sometimes you see a lot when you're actually live at the game as to what the players are doing off the ball, as well as just the players who are on the ball. So I was watching Babs and watching her work rate and the position she was getting in. Just because she wasn't getting the ball does not mean, you know, she wasn't there given options. So
OK, well, thanks, Kempi. We're now going to go to the pitch because Julian Evans has got goal scorer Kira Boylan with him.
Yeah, delighted to say that I've got the goal scorer for UK Armed Forces anyway. Kira Boylan, congratulations. Fantastic, you plucked that out of the top draw. Talk us through the goal.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie, I was going for a goal, but if anyone got on the end of it, that would have been good as well. Yeah, it's like one of my last couple of games for UKAF as well, so it meant more than probably any other goal that I've scored, and we didn't want to come away from a loss today, so yeah, a draw's like really good outcome considering the opposition were like very competitive, so yeah.
Yeah, you could have told me to sit down before you broke that bombshell there. This is your penultimate game for UK Armed Forces?
I've probably got one more in November, and then that'll be it for me. But yeah, it's been a roller coaster to say the least. Yeah.
We'll get on to the match in a moment, but this is more important stuff. Is it because you're just retiring from football? What's happening?
I'm leaving the service, so that's the reason. Maybe I'll come back as a reservist, but for now that'll be it for me.
I think they might need you if you're going to carry on with goals like that. Battling display today. You've never played the Bundeswehr before, so what's it like taking on German opposition from anybody from these shores? Taking on the Germans, it is one of the big ones, isn't it?
Yeah, it's an absolute privilege to be involved with, and all the girls were up for it today, and obviously with the last 90 minutes they were just as up for it as we were. Any international, especially being at UK v Germany, it's always going to be competitive. So yeah, it was a hard game, and yeah, it was just really good. Yeah, well happy with the girls.
Yeah, did you have a premonition today that you were going to score?
I always do, but whether it comes off or not, but yeah, I think you've got to go into every game thinking that you're going to score. And yeah, I hope it does happen.
Well, look, broad grin on your face. You know, hopefully we shall have you back in November. Is that for which fixture's that? Can you remember?
It's not been confirmed 100% yet, but we're hoping to have another Remembrance fixture at some point in November, but we're just waiting for confirmation on that.
Yeah, well, look, your teammates need you because you are the person of the moment. So go and enjoy yourself. Enjoy tonight. Thank you very much indeed. Kath, back to you.
Well, thanks to Gillian Evans there and Kira Boylan, who scored that equaliser as the Bundeswehr and UK Armed Forces women's match here ended quite rightly, probably in a 1-1 draw. I just want to say a massive thanks to Yvette Kemp, who's been, as ever, a stalwart commentator. And I know part of you'd rather be on the pitch, but just one word to sum up your girls' performance there.
I was absolutely bamboozled by that performance. That was it was absolutely quality. No, you know, as I said, there's a lot to work on, but I had to get that word in. I think Demi would be proud of that one. But no, you know, look, it's played in great spirits. You know. Some great passages of play, but also, you know, I think the coaches will take a lot from this game. Positive, negatives, move forward. They've got lots of new players, and yeah, I think it's looking bright for the UK Armed Forces.
Well, thank you ever so much again to Kempy and to everyone who has been in touch on the the Forces News YouTube and Facebook. Please do join us again at 7 o'clock this evening when we will see the UK Armed Forces men take on the German Bundeswehr. So don't go far. We'll be back in a couple of hours' time.
But how do you survive fighting in the jungle?
I'm wearing what's called a Frisbee suit.
This is the Chinook that we will be flying on as part of the fly past.
It's easy to forget that we are in a potentially hostile environment.